family, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Angela. Here on this channel, I create beauty, fashion, and lifestyle content, and particularly for the woman over 40. Well, it's that time of the year again. The Met Gala has, what is it?
Has occurred?
Has occurred. The Met Gala has occurred, and I have my opinions on some of the looks I saw. My overall opinion is it was not as spectacular as it was last year or has been in some of the previous years. The avant-garde wasn't really avant-garding, but the looks were nice. And there's some of them, a lot of them, and some were not. So if you like to hear my opinion on the looks, my favorites, my not so favorites, then stay tuned now. Let's get started. Okay, so if you don't know, every year the Met Gala has this event to raise money for the Met. Word on the street is the tickets are $75,000 each. I know you have to be invited to come, but even though you're invited, you still have to pay that $75,000. All I'm saying is, I don't know. I know the money goes to support the museum, but good gracious. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, and you have to be invited. So the theme this year was Sleeping Beauty Awakening, which I thought was really, really nice. And the dress code was Garden of Time. So between Sleeping Beauty Awakening and Garden of Time, you can really, really stretch your imagination to create looks, or they could have, the stylists could have, to create looks for the event. And this event is not just for functional clothes. It's more of an avant-garde. It's more of a theme base. So it's okay if you really, really step out of the box to create your looks. And some people did. They typically do, but a lot of people did not. But this year it just was a little different. So let me start with some of my faves, and then I'll get to my not so faves. So look number one. I think her name is pronounced Anouk, and she is a model. She looked like a baby doll. Oh my God. So I saw all of these looks actually on the runway in while they were moving. So a lot of times just a still photo didn't give you what the moving look gave. But her look, she is in Swarovski, the entire jumpsuit. She looks like a black Barbie doll. She is beautiful. I love the way the color wave goes up and it gradually gets darker at the top. And I saw her moving in it and it was just sparkling. She had silver highlighter, which I've never done. I've always felt like it was much cooler than my skin tone, but I think she looked amazing. Don't know if she was necessarily on theme. I guess if she was the awakening part with the sparkle, I don't know, but this was one of my favorite looks. It was not typical, it was very unique. That it was a jumpsuit, I loved it. The next look that I thought was really nice and refreshing and felt very light, which felt like the theme, was on Angela Reese. I love this dress on her. I think she looks very youthful. I love the feathers, garden birds. I just thought it was fantastic. If you don't know who she is, she's a rising, I think she's in the NBA now, but she's been very, very popular over the last year for women's basketball. I just love everything about this. I love the sheerness at the bottom and the dress at the top. I love the way it drapes around her neck. I love her makeup, her hair. I think she looks absolutely gorgeous. I guess the green is the garden theme. The next look is on Alex Norwell. Now, I did notice there are a lot of people that had on black. I guess the sleeping, the darkness. I loved her dress. I thought it fit her very well. I loved the structure of it all in the front and in the back. And I loved the draping and the lace, and it felt very on theme. It felt very avant-garde. I think her hair looks great with this all black look. That red is a nice pop of color and it brings out her skin tone. I love everything about this. I think it's beautiful. Next, we have Elle Fanning and Cartier and Balmain. I think she is my favorite look of the night. She looked stunning. stunning. And when I saw her walking, she looks like dew, like a fresh breath of air. She just looks absolutely stunning. I love, love, love the lightness and the sheerness of this look. I love her shoes. I think whoever styled her, they did her a good. They did her really, really good. Her hair, she looks like a, what do you call it, honey? Tinkerbell is a what?
A pixie.
Yeah, she looks like a pixie. She looks like something that's just floating in the air and floating in the air in the woods. She looks beautiful. She is stunning. This dress fit her to perfection. The next, I'll try not to laugh. The next look is on Elsa. Now I don't think her look is that nice. I don't like it at all. But I put her on here because she has the best accessory of the night. And that accessory is her husband, Chris Hemsworth. That man is gorgeous. Good Lord. The best accessory of the night. Thank you, ma'am, for escorting him to this event. We appreciate it. We appreciate the visual. We appreciate the visual candy of it all. Thank you, ma'am. You're supposed to be in there.
Your husband is right here.
You're supposed to be in there fixing that caulk on that bathtub.
I am. Listen to you talk about some other man.
Well, the truth is the light of the world is what the word says. I ain't told, ne'er lie. Next, we have Greta Garwig and Chloe. I love this look. I love the fact that she wore a pantsuit, but she also put a little extra, that little frilly piece on the side. I love everything about it. This is how you do black. It has some lace detail, so it's light and airy, so yeah, a little sleepy. Goes with the theme. I like her hair, the short, you know, look, it looks like a short. I don't know if it's a wig or if it's just cut off on the side. I think this is gorgeous. It's masculine and feminine all at the same time. It's beautiful. It's very thoughtful. It's unique. It's not like everybody else's. It's not a long flowing dress. I love it. Next, we have Greta Lee and Loewe. Look at the structure of this dress. I don't know how she's gonna eat that expensive meal that she has paid for, because that piece went all the way up, and I saw her on the red carpet talking with Lala Anthony, and that piece is sitting about right here. So I don't know, maybe she's gonna go behind it and eat her food, but I love it. I love everything about it. I love the sheerness about it. I love the floral detail. I love the fact that it's white. Her hair, normally I wouldn't like a mullet. I would not like a mullet, but I like it on her. I think she looks like a garden nymph. Is that right? The garden nymph are the really pretty ones, like a Tinkerbell, honey. She just looks beautiful to me. I love it. I love everything about this. I think it's right on theme, and she just looks stunning. Next, we have J-Lo. I love the dress. I thought it looked amazing on her, front and back. What I did not care for, though, if you actually saw it live on television, and even though it's sheer, I'm okay with the sheerness of it all. That's just me. I know some people do not like that. You all told me in one of my previous videos. But for me, in my house, I like the sheerness of this dress. I think she looks beautiful. I think she took the classiness out of it. When you saw it from the back, you could see her behind, her bare butt right through the dress. I'm assuming she had on a thong, but I think had she had on a brief or even like a short boy short, it would have kept it classy. I think that was just a bit much. I didn't care for that, but the dress looked beautiful on her. It looked very expected. It's something that she normally does. I love the front detail of it though. That's a little unusual, but I expected something of this caliber from Jennifer. So it's beautiful, but it's very, very expected all at the same time. Next, we have Miss Janelle Monáe, and she showed out in this gown. This is a stunning. I love everything about it. It is gorgeous. The placement of the mirror appliques on it, even though you can see the mirrors, they look really, the dress looks light and airy, I guess because of the other fabric. I love the placement of in the breast area. She looks like she has on like a tube top made of mirrors, and the piece going up the center. She just looks so light and airy. This is beautiful. I love the shoes. Her hair, her makeup is very refreshing. She looks like she had a good night's sleep. Like she had a good night's sleep and a whole bunch of vitamins before she went to bed. The hair, they had some of the little mirrors in her hair. This is gorgeous. This is definitely in the top 5 looks of the night for me. Next, we have Justin Timberlake's wife, Jessica Biel. I love this dress on her. I love the dress itself. It's very, very on theme. The color is not for me, but I think it looks stunning on her. I love her hair with the dress. This is how you get a dress that's tailored just for your body. As you can see that she... I'm gonna get him. As you can see, she has a small chest, and that allows for that dress to have a very, very deep V, and it fits her to perfection. I love everything about it. The cut, the structure, the shape, everything. I think she looks gorgeous. Next, and I put her on here not because of her dress, but I think the dress is beautiful. She looks beautiful, but I put her on here. This is Kylie Gerber. Does she not look exactly like her mother, but with darker hair? She looks just like Cindy Crawford. She is beautiful. She is just beautiful. That's all I put her on there for, because I thought she was beautiful. She looks so much like her mother. Next, we have Kerry Washington. And surprisingly, I love this dress. I love the velour of it all. She looks like an orchid. The floral detail, the way the dress hung, I love that very, very deep V on her dress and how it's just pointed up. And I also love the fact that she has short hair. I don't like the haircut itself, or I don't like the wig. I thought she could have done something a lot better, something with some frilly up front, or just different. I don't. The wig is very aging. I don't like the wig. But I do love the fact that she did short hair. Something different would have been much, much better. But I think this color is gorgeous, and I think she looks beautiful in this dress. Next, we have Lauren Sanchez. And honey, this dress was beautiful when she was walking. It looks great as a still piece as well. The black and white. Y'all know I love me a good black and white. And I love the fact that it's just the top is black, and it just has these floral details, but the floral detail is it's mirrored. The pieces are mirror, and I could see that when she was walking on the red carpet. You can see the lights and stuff flashing off the skirt. I think it's beautiful. And it's not just a poofy skirt, like it's folded in. It looks like the bottom. It looks like an upside down tulip. I think this is gorgeous. I love it. I love her hair. That is perfection. She's showing off the shoulders. She's giving us a moment. And I love the fact that her jewelry is very simple, because that's all you need with a dress like this. Why would you put on heavy accessories when this dress is kind of heavy? It doesn't look heavy though, but I think it's beautiful. A perfect styling. Next, we have Leonardo and Jessica. Now, I know his suit is okay. We're gonna go past that. But I want to get to her dress. And I know this is very literal, the garden that looks like a rose, a floral, not just a rose garden, like a garden just oozed out its beauty on her, I don't know if it's a coat or if it's a dress, but I love it. That would be beautiful as a coat, as an opera coat. Oh my God, with a simple mesh colored dress up under it, and you just have it over your shoulders and open down to the front where you just, I love it. I love everything about it. I know it is a bit much, but I am a bit much, according to my husband. I love this. I love the fact that they had sunglasses on. I think this is so cute. I love this look. I think it's beautiful. Next, we have Sarah Jessica Parker. Now, this still photo is cute, but when she was walking in, I was like, oh my God. It looked very, very much like her. This is definitely something she would wear. She's not a big ball gown person. I love this length dress on her. I love the structure of it all. She looks like she probably was Sleeping Beauty. She woke up. But this hat, this fascinator, honey, give me that. Give me that. I would love, give me that hat. I would love it. And then I saw her when she was being interviewed, and she had beautiful rings on, and that purse. Oh my God, the purse is gorgeous. The shoes with the lace overlay on top that came all the way up as the pantyhose. 10 out of 10 out of 10, definitely in my top 5. I loved everything about it. Next, we have Mindy and Gaurav Gupta, and she chose a designer from her home country. He's Indian. Now, this dress looks stunning. It looks very structural. I love the look of it as a still picture, but when she was moving, it looked like waves. It just looked like flows of waves as she was moving. I thought it was gorgeous. I love all of this detail here. I love the color of it. I think it is perfect. This color reminds me of sand, and I think that was where she was trying to tie it into the garden or the time aspect, sand and an hourglass. It is beautiful. The ruffle detail was just stunning on her as she was walking. I thought they styled her very well for her shape. I love everything about this look. Next, we have Nicki Minaj and Marnie. I love this look on her. I think it is beautiful. I love all the floral detail, and yellow is a color that I love to wear. It really pops for almost everyone, and I love this color of yellow. I love the shape of the dress. I love the placement of the flowers all over the dress and like the larger flowers on her shoulder and her little purse. If I had styled her, I would have given her a nude strappy shoe. Something probably a pointy heel, but something very nude. Although the yellow shoes work, I love the yellow shoes, but I would have done something nude so that it wouldn't, and not that so they wouldn't take away from the dress, and not that they do. I just think a nude shoe would have just really put all of the focus on the dress, especially since you have the dress and then you have her legs and then you have that pop of yellow at the bottom. It kind of draws your eyes down a little bit. So I would have done a nude shoe. Other than that, I think she looked beautiful. I loved her hair. Everything about this look is stunning. Next, we have Miss Queen Latifah, and I love this look on her. It reminded me of Andre Talley, the big overcoat and the heaviness of it all, because she's a lady that can carry all the heaviness. And I love the contrast of the yellow flowers against that black background and just the little silver white detail on the sleeve and on the coat itself. I thought it was pretty. I loved her jewelry. Didn't really care for the braids in her hair, but that's a very popular trend right now. But I thought she looked really stunning. I love this look, and I love it on her. Next, we have Tyla. Now, if you don't know who Tyla is, you should know who, well, maybe you should know who she is. But her song was extremely popular on all the social media accounts. It was the make me sing, make me water, make me lose my breath. That song, okay? I know I got the words wrong, but that's who she is. She's from South Africa. And her dress, the story behind the dress is they went in, and I think it's from Balmain. They went in and they did a body casting of her, and she is tiny. She is teeny. Like she was walking up, she couldn't walk up the steps, and I'm okay with that for the Met Gala look. So they had to pick her up and put her up the step. Like she looks like she weighs 100 pounds soaking wet. But her dress is supposed to look like sand, like the sand from the hourglass. And her purse was an actual hourglass. So they molded the mold of her body, and they made her dress from the mold so it fit her to perfection. Can somebody do that for me? I'll volunteer. I will volunteer. I will volunteer. I'll take one for the team. But I love her look. I love the wet look of her hair. I think she looks very youthful. I think she looks very beautiful. And it's a very neutral, very nude look, but I really, really like it. And my final I love it look was on Venus Williams. I think she looked like a statuesque doll. She just was standing there. She looked regal. The dress was beautiful. I think it was cut to perfection on her. Her skin was glowing. Her hair was glowing. Her makeup was perfect. It looked very nude. It went really well with the dress. The dress is the star of the show. It is talking, honey. It is telling the story. I think it is beautiful, and it's cut to perfection. It just hit right there. I'm sure she tried her shoe, the shoe that she was gonna wear with this dress, for them to cut it and tailor it for her. I think she looks amazing. The waist is snatched. There is nothing that I would take away from this look. Now I'm gonna go to my not so favorites, and I'm gonna start off, unfortunately, with Venus's sister, Serena. Nope. I don't know who has been styling her. I don't know who her makeup artists are. I don't know who does her hair. I don't know who her cosmetologist is. The makeup artist and her stylist, both of them, they need to go. They need to go. At this point, I feel like her stylist is probably a niece or someone that's really close to her, one of her really good friends, that she didn't want to get rid of them, because there's no way you can continue to miss this badly. And it's hard for me to say this because we love some Serena. She is phenomenal in everything that she does, and it's a crying shame that at the amount of money that she has, that she can't have herself a Jay Bolin. That's who you need. You need yourself a Jay Bolin to style you. You need the Jay Bolin team, because your makeup artist need to be tarred and feathered. Your makeup artist needs to be tarred and feathered. Your makeup is entirely too light. You highlight the center of your face, you lighten that, but you know she is doing you a disjustice. She's doing you dirty. So I don't know if she didn't like you, or I don't know if you didn't pay her. I'm sure you paid her well. Now, okay, let's get on to the look. The look, listen, honey, Serena has the curves. She has the curves. All this excessive fabric, it's just heavy, it's wrong. The black shoes, the black hose, the black gloves with that color gold, it was a horrible combination. The dress was hideous. I don't know if that dress would look good on anyone. It was just too much. It was gaudy, and I know we're supposed to be avant-garde. It just looked like extremely bad styling to me. I thought it was horrible. I feel like you can do some layering, but they need to be closely knit, and they need to flow with your curves. They need to accentuate your curves. They need to not take away. This reminds me of that. Remember back in the day when you didn't have popcorn in the bag. You had the popcorn came in that little pan, you put it on the stove, and you shook it like this, and then it started popping, and that little silver foil just expanded. That's what that dress looked like. And I'm not saying this to be mean. Her stylist needs to be fired. Her makeup artist needs to be fired, both of them. You need to get your entirely new team. Whomever, you can do Jay Bolin, or you can get whomever Fantasia has. One of the two would be fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next person. That's enough about Serena, because I love Serena. Next, we have Doja Cat, and in a mess. That's what I'm gonna call it. She's in a mess. This is a hot, I want some attention mess. There's nothing good about it. There's nothing artistic about it. There's nothing avant-garde about it. There's nothing about this that says the Garden of Time or Sleeping Beauty. It's just a horrible, I need attention-seeking mess. I don't like it at all. Now, it looks like she has water all over her. Apparently, she has hair gel all over her body that made the long t-shirt stick to her body, and she's holding it up and trying to cover up. I saw her when she was walking the whole time. What is artistic about this? I hate it. I hate it, and she continually does stuff like this. I don't like it at all. She's beautiful, so she could really pull off so many looks, but this is a hot mess. At the Met Gala, you wore this to an event where you could wear anything else, and you wore this. Next, Next we have Cynthia Erivo. Ooh, that's just ugly. I don't know why. That's just, I think maybe it's the black that's the problem. I think maybe it wouldn't have looked as bad as if the background were white and they put all those flowers. It looked like somebody had a hot glue gun and went to the 5 and dime, or went to the everything below 5 and got a bunch of artificial pink flowers and just put it all over her. It's ugly. I don't like anything about it at all. I think her makeup is pretty. Don't like this. I don't like the clunky Herman the Monster shoes. Don't like it. It's a 0 out of 10. It's for me. Next, Cole Escalo. I don't know what you were doing. This looks like a nun outfit. What about this says Sleeping Beauty or Garden of Time, other than the little flowers and the little doggy thing? I'm not gonna say she. I don't know if Cole is a male or female, but this looks like a nun that just happened to walk by, and they were doing the red carpet, and nobody wanted to stop. Nobody wanted to stop her, so they just let her keep on going. Cause who wants to stop a nun? That's what it looks like. Looked like they just said, "Okay, go ahead, ma'am." Maybe she was going to get something to eat, and she lost her way and just happened to walk through, and security just didn't want to grab her. They didn't want to go on the highway straight to Hades. We're just gonna let her go by. And that's what this looked like. It's an absolute 0 out of 0 for me. Next we have Gwendolyn Christie and Maison Margiela. Now I love Margiela. You know how my tabby boots with yeah. Was it artistic? Yes, it was. Was it avant-garde? Yes, it was. Was it still, dare I say, ugly? Yes, it was. I didn't like the hair. I didn't like that coffin fabric dress. I did like the black outer layer. I did like that. I think that's pretty. I think that is pretty. The rest is an absolute, without a doubt, no for me. No, this look is not appealing whatsoever. Next, the last look that fell on my not so fave list is Olivier. Olivier is one of the creative directors at Balmain. Now he created Tyler's dress, the dress that looks like a sand, and as you can tell, he has a piece on. Now I do like that aspect of it, and if I'm not mistaken, that is his face that is in the shirt. Imagine that. I love that. I thought that was very thoughtful, very, very creative. Garden time, right on theme. Sleeping Beauty, he looks like he's asleep on that piece here, but I did not like that. I didn't care for the pants, and I didn't care for the Cleopatra hair wig that he had on. Neither one of those. Other than that, but that middle piece, okay, so he gets at least a 5 out of 10 for that. He gets 5 points for the creativity of that alone. But the hair and the pants, and I like the fact that it was a suit. Other than that, I don't like anything else about this look whatsoever. And that is the last of my not so favorite looks.